Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a bit more shed time, where today we're going to be fitting some cruise control to the Himalayan 450. We've got everything we need in the box from a company called Viridian Cruise, and they've also offered me a 12% discount to give to you guys if needed. So let's crack on with the installation. Viridian Cruise also has cruise control kits for KTMs, Hondas, Suzukis, Ducatis and Triumph. So this discount code will work for all of those as well. Right, let's have a quick look in the box, see what we've got. Got a few bits to plug in. So it kind of comes in two parts. So we've got these three plugs. We'll find out where they've got to go. We've got this, this bit on the end, some sort of module, and we've also got the actual cruise control buttons, which should fit on the handlebars. In order to install this, we need to get the tank off, which means first we've got to take the seats off. We need to take out these kind of 3 bolts here, and there's a few pipes and connectors underneath the tank that we need to remove. So we're going to need a 5mm Allen key for this one. We're also going to need the 4mm just to remove this shroud on the front of the tank. That kind of just pops off. So I've just placed the old rubber mallet under there just to bridge the gap. So just shine the torch under there. So the best thing to do is just to get your hand under there and just give them a pull. Get them 2 pipes off first. There's 2 different diameters there as well, so you can feel under the tank and you can feel which is the shorter one for when you need to pop them back on, so you can't really get them the wrong way round. And then, I don't know if you can see that with a little yellow clip on, it's kind of, you might be able to do it with your fingers, which I have. Let's just pull it off, and you're going to get a bit of fuel dripping out of there as well, but don't worry, it's not going to be too much. So that's how much fuel just come out of the pipe. So it might be worth having a little container or cup handy like that, just to catch that bit if you don't want it going everywhere. And there's another sensor that just sits there, and again, you can just pull that down. You might need a little screwdriver just to push in there. And to be honest, I just did that with my fingers, and that's disconnected. Right, let's go around to the other side. I've just turned the hammer the other way just to give it a little bit more clearance, because now we've unclipped them on that left hand side. You might need a little screwdriver. I'll just show you with the torch in there, but that's basically where we're going to be just pushing that little clip in there. So the tank should just pop off now. So you kind of got to just slide it back, lift it up and off. Right, so there we go. The tank is off, and we've got plenty of room to work on this bike now. Right, let's get the cables. Okay, I think for now we're not going to need the actual controller itself, but we'll find out where this plugs in. I think this plugs into the ECU. And that's the benefit of this cruise control system, where you get the cheap ones that you kind of get a bit of a throttle lock. I'm always a bit nervy about things like that, just because of the safety side of it. Whereas this one, when it plugs into the ECU, it not only runs kind of off the throttle, but also runs off the brakes as well. So as soon as you hit the brake, it will turn off the cruise control. You get some nice clear pictures and some nice clear understanding text. But of course, you won't need that because I'm doing all the hard work for you. The red end is going to connect into the ECU. This white bit is going to connect to the white connector that goes to the cruise control. And then that just leaves these 2 black connectors as well, which if we look onto the bike on the right hand side, we've got about 3 connectors there. It's the top one, which is the 6-pin. We just need to release that, and then we've got the outbound and the inbound which these are going to be replaced with. So this is the 6-pin connector we're going to be connecting onto, and then there's like an inlet and an outlet on there. The hardest thing was actually removing it from this plate here. So you kind of got to get your screwdriver behind there whilst it's clipped onto there, just to kind of release it. But we've freed that up now, and so like I said, you can't really go too far wrong with this, to be honest. So this module needs to kind of sit out the way. We have got cable ties in the box as well. So yeah, they're nice and secure on. Like I say, this bit will then cable tie up here. And then we've got the 4-pin one, which we're going to kind of cable tie up here. So to route this to the diagnostics port, I think what I'm going to do is just bring it up behind these cables. I'm going to remove this plate, which is like a 10mm socket, and that's I mean, you could run it over it really, but I think just to make it tidy, we'll just whip that off. We'll come up through here and straight into the port here. So you might be wondering, why is he fitting cruise control to his Himalayan 450? Well, you know, if you live in the UK, like other countries, occasionally you do have to jump on the motorway, and it just takes that hard work, because it's a long old slog on one of these bikes if you've got to do a few miles on the motorway. So, and I do like the Viridian Cruise one because, like I say, safety wise, it works off the brakes, etc. So it disengages rather than like one of the cheap throttle locks, which I don't like them. But it looks a nice little neat system as well. It's not too intrusive. I do think we've got to move the mirror over slightly just to fit that in. But as you can see, you know, it looks like it's well made as well. The connectors all look premium. Everything's connected on. That's been cut to the right length, and it's a pretty easy install, to be honest. I'm not actually quite sure because it's in Canadian dollars, but I think it's around £220. But like I said, if you put that bike assignment or click the link in the description, then that'll give you that 12% off. Okay, so we're going to have to move the mirror across slightly to fit the controllers. 8mm socket. So it's got to go that way around. What I'm going to do is just loop it onto this cable here. And I mean, you can do it however you feel fit. This 4-pin connector, which will go on there. So at this point, what we can do, we can actually switch the bike on, even though it's not got the tank on, and we can just check, make sure that module's working, and we can just test it with the brake as well. It will come up with an error because the tank's not on, but if we just look down here as well, you can see where we've got you might just catch that on the camera, we've got a little bit of light there. So that means the module's active, it's working. And if I just put my foot on the brake, see it changing colour or flashing red. So yeah, as I put the brake on, front brake, rear brake, yeah, so that's basically it's just a little test before you start putting the tank back on that everything's connected up properly. So yeah, there it is. So what I'll do, I'll get my helmet on, we'll go take it for a quick ride, see how it works. But like I say, actually, when you look at the controls, it suits the bike really nice. Like I say, it doesn't look too intrusive. I don't know if we've lost any range on the mirror because we've moved it over slightly, but that's not a deal breaker. But yeah, let's go get kitted up, take it for a ride.
Okay, so we're on a dual carriageway. I thought this is probably the best scenario where you'd perhaps use the cruise control. And so I've not read the instructions, but I'm going to press the bottom button, which has got the set, I believe. And there we go. I mean, what more can I say? I believe if you press the top one, it kind of increases the speed just by a couple of miles an hour. And I've just had to press the brake because we're coming up to a roundabout and that's disengaged. So yeah, I mean, what more do you want? Absolutely perfect. And you don't even notice it's there, to be honest, with the controls. They really do blend into the bike. So once you've hit your set button and you press the plus, it will then remember to what you had it set to last time as well, which was 52 mile an hour. So if I press it once, so it's gone up about 2 mile an hour. If I hold my finger on it, it will just keep increasing and holding at the speed that it's set at. If I pull the clutch in, the bike will rev up initially and then it will disengage the cruise control. So I'll just press the plus button at the top again, and now it's going to go back up to that last speed. So I'm in 5th gear. If I go to change the gear into 6th, again, disengaged. So a great feature, a great safety feature as well. And yes, now the Himalayan has cruise control. Just going to do a back brake test as well. Yeah, again, it's disengaged it, it's losing speed. Press the plus again, and we're back in the game. This is a great system and perfect for this bike, and not too costly. And like I said, you can save 12%. Click the link in description below, or use the discount code ThatBikersSimon with Viridian Cruise and get yourself one. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, and don't forget, if you ain't subscribed to the channel, please do so. Give us a like, and we'll see you in the next one.